Hello team, welcome back. And today we will see how we can configure the Sublime text with the Git, right? Before going to the deep, let's understand why we need the Git text editor, okay? So basically text editor used to add the commit message whenever you will commit in the Git, okay? So let's see how we can add it, okay? Then later on we will see the command which is we used to add the Sublime text as a text editor in the Git. So the command is git config means we are basically changing the configuration file and hyphen hyphen global, which means we are changing the configuration file at global level, right? And we are changing the core editor to this Sublime, right? So let's see how basically we can do it, right? So let's close this, and I have a directory udemy underscore git, which is basically my git based directory. You can say you are getting .git folder over here. Okay, let's open a terminal over here, right? And here suppose I will create a class. Okay, first check the git status. So there is some file which is basically not in git, right? So I clear the terminal and I create a class over here and say some text, or say configure text editor dot txt, right? I created a class. Now suppose I want to add some entry over here, like I am adding hello, this is dummy file, right? And I want to enter this text into file which I have just created, config text, right? Now this, now we have seen few things. We have already seen the few commands in the git, right? How we can add the, how we can commit the changes, how we can add the changes. So suppose I will go over here and say git add and the file name. Okay, I want to add this particular file, right? Now what I need to do, to commit, I need to execute the command git commit, right? As soon as I execute the command, I am getting this window over here which is saying file ditmsg is being edited by Anshul with nano 2.5.3 PID is this, press continue, why yes and no. So this is basically a window which most of the people are not comfortable with this particular window, right? Most of the people are not comfortable with this window. Now what we need to do, so to avoid these kind of windows, we need to add, we need to add a text editor in the git, right? We need to configure the text editor in the git. So here is the command. We, in the previous tutorial, we have already downloaded the Sublime in our machine. Now I just need to, basically I just need to configure the Sublime with the git. So I will paste this command. Let's understand this command. So here it is a git. So using git config hyphen hyphen global, it means I'm changing something in the global configuration of the git. And what is changing? Core editor. And I'm replacing the code editor with the Sublime, right? Press enter and it is done. Now if you again execute the command git commit, sorry, git commit, right? You can see, I just minimize this prompt. You can see this is Sublime text. Okay, this is not the nano 2.5.3 which was opened earlier, and which was basically user will not feel comfortable on that particular text editor because there was a lot of shortcuts to exit from the particular text editor, and that was not user friendly. But this is a very user friendly, and this is clearly saying please enter the commit message for your changes lines starting, right? With hash will be ignored and empty message updated the commit, right? It means if I will just close this file, right? If I will just close this file, that means it will basically abort the particular commit on which the particular file is being prompted. But if I will enter something over here, like uh, I will enter editor is configured, right? I have entered the message. Now I don't need to save anything. If you want, then you can press Ctrl S, or either you can just close this file. Okay. As soon as you will close this file, right, and you will close this editor, so it is already saying editor is configured. It means the commit is being done. if I will press the command git log, right? So you can see the latest commit and commit messages editor is configured, right? So this is the beauty of the git text editor, right? So we have already seen a few things about the sublime text, and we have seen how we can basically configure the sublime text with the git. So whenever you will commit anything, okay, whenever you will commit anything, you will basically get the message like this, like you will get the message like this, and sublime text will be open for you, and it will ask you for the commit message, right? It will not open a some non-user friendly GUI for you, right? So that's all about the text editor, guys. Okay, in the coming tutorial we will see how basically we can configure the text editor on Windows.